And so one of those rights is the right to free speech. And so there was another Supreme Court decision, and this was a 5-4 decision as well, that said that money is free speech. That, you and I and everybody on the street knows that talking is talking and money is money, and they're two different things, but the Supreme Court ruled that money is free speech. And then in 2010, they had this other 5-4 decision, Citizens United, that said, well, if corporations are people and money is free speech, then corporations can spend as much money as they want influencing elections. And that's when all hell broke loose. And there was a tremendous amount of outrage. And 80% of the population, including Republicans and Democrats, were opposed to this. But the question is, of course, what do you do? When you talk about large numbers, people have a hard time conceiving of what it actually means. And so I've got an audio demonstration here that I think kind of brings it home. And what I want to demonstrate is the amount of money that people spent in the 2012 election cycle. And the way I'm going to demonstrate that is by taking some of these BBs and dropping them in this bucket. And so here's one BB. That represents $600. And now what I'm going to do is drop in the amount of BBs that 90% of the American public spent on the political election cycle in 2012. Your ears did not deceive you. That was nothing. 90% of voters don't contribute anything to political elections. So then you get to then there's 9% that contribute an average of $60 each. So if one of these BBs equals $600, I'll just drop one in, and that represents the average contribution of 10 of those donors. 10 donors in the 9%. Then when you start getting into the bigger money, there's 1% of the population, the richest 1%, and the average person in the richest 1% contributes this much. That was 6 BBs, $3,600. And then you've got corporations. And the average of the top 100 corporate donors to political donations gives this much. That was 9,000 BBs, over $5 million. Now, who do you think the politicians are listening to?